Welcome to my preview of the NBA Finals. This year's Finals will be a rematch of last year's NBA Finals between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. This is a huge difference from last year, though, because the Cleveland Cavaliers are at full strength. They have their big three of LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. And everyone is healthy, and they added some players that may help them this year. From both of these teams' perspective, anything short of a championship will be a disappointment, especially for the Golden State Warriors, because they went 73-9, which is the best record ever in the regular season. So anything short of a championship will be a disappointment for them. The NBA is a league built upon stars, which means whichever team's big three shows up and plays better is likely to win this series. The key players in this matchup are, for Cleveland, LeBron James will be a big factor in this series. I don't think there's anyone on the Golden State Warriors that has the size and the length to match up against him. Klay Thompson is a great defender. Iguodala is a great defender, but they don't have the strength to defend against LeBron James. You have to double him when he's in the post, or if he's driving, you have to try to contain him at the best of your ability with his zone defense. Kyrie Irving is another key factor. He's going to be matched up against Stephen Curry, which is a huge task. Kyrie Irving has been amazing this postseason. He has basically been their leading scorer, and he's been putting up points. A lot of people discredit Kyrie and his contribution to this team, but Kyrie Irving is just as important to the Cleveland Cavaliers as anyone else. Kevin Love, to me, is just as important as Kyrie Irving or LeBron James, because if Kevin Love does not play well this series, there is no way that the Cleveland Cavaliers will win this series, because Kevin Love is the guy that will get the rebounds. He can spread the floor, and he is the guy that was missing last series that they lost completely and were outplayed. So Kevin Love needs to show up, and he needs to make a difference and be that max contract guy and not just be the guy floating around. Another player that needs to make the difference is J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith is a guy that's kind of streaky. He can go for 20, or he can go for 5. That's why it's very unpredictable to predict what J.R. Smith is going to put up. When J.R. Smith puts up 20-plus points, the Cavaliers usually win. But when he goes for less than 10 points, that puts a huge stop on the Cavaliers' points or plans, because the Cavaliers have to find another player to get the scoring from. Some key players for the Warriors are Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Andre Iguodala. I'll start with Andre Iguodala. Andre Iguodala was last year's playoff MVP. This year, he hasn't had as significant an impact in the playoffs, but he played well enough against Durant in Game 7. So I expect him to play a big role in this series too, playing against LeBron James. He will be matched up against LeBron James at some time in the series, but I expect Thompson also to get some time matched up against LeBron. Draymond Green against Kevin Love is a big matchup. Draymond Green, I would say, plays a bigger role for the Warriors than Kevin Love does for the Cavs, because Draymond Green will also handle the ball up the court. He can start the rush. With Steph Curry in the lineup now, he gets the ball a lot less, but he still does bring the ball up. Having a big that can bring the ball up does many things. It can spread the floor, allow Curry and Thompson to line up for threes, and it allows the small ball method of the Warriors to work its tuition. Klay Thompson is really a budding superstar in the league. He's just camping in the shadows of Steph Curry, because Steph Curry has all the headlines. Nobody realizes that Klay Thompson is just as big a deal to the Warriors, because they played the first 2 rounds of the playoffs without Steph Curry. But yet Klay Thompson was consistently putting up 25-plus points a game. So Klay Thompson is going to have to put up the same exact numbers to beat the Cavs as well. And last but not least, Steph Curry is going to have to play like an MVP this series as well to beat the Cavs, because the Cavaliers have a big 3, and for the Golden State Warriors to win the championship, they need their big 3 to come through as well. The X factors in this series are, for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson needs to earn his money. I mean, he gets rebounds, but when is he going to get some points? I mean, he has so many games where he has like 2 or 4 points. That is too much money for a player that gets 4 points. He gets paid $16.5 million per year. You would expect a lot more for a player that gets $16.5 million a year. And the X factor for Golden State is Shaun Livingston. Shaun Livingston is going to be the backup point guard for Steph Curry, but he's also very important to the second unit, because the second unit is the key to the series for the Golden State Warriors. When Shaun Livingston comes into the game, he has length, he can be very versatile, and he's a really good defender too, which makes him which gives Coach Steve Kerr a lot of options on how he can use his roster. You can put Shaun Livingston on the floor as point guard and put Steph Curry at shooting guard, or you can put Livingston at shooting guard and put Curry at point guard. Shaun Livingston is one of those players that really help your team's depth. My predictions for this series are: Cleveland wins if the big 3 of the Cavs, LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love, dominate play and get contributions from key role players like J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, and Iman Shumpert. Golden State Warriors win if they get contribution from key role players like Iguodala, Harrison Barnes, Andrew Bogut, and so on, and the dominant play from the big 3, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. My prediction is that the Warriors win in 6 games. So that is my preview of the NBA Finals for this year. Next episode, I will be talking about something in the NFL. I will be doing a top 10 teams in the NFL in 2016.